Chapter 131. Alex looked for a quiet place after he healed and caught Eevee. After Alex found a place, he started preparing lunch for his Pokémon. After giving each of his Pokémon food to eat, Alex began to think about the best way to convince Eevee to join his family. Even though he defeated and captured Eevee, it doesn't necessarily mean that she would now listen to Alex's orders. After a few seconds, Alex took the Pokeball of Eevee and opened it with one click. Undefined Eevee, who came out of the Pokeball, looked confusingly at Alex. Although her eyes gave off a dangerous light when she calmly looked at Alex. If a Pokémon is in a Pokeball, it is not that it is completely excluded from the outside world and cannot see what is happening outside. In fact, the reality is quite the opposite. A Pokémon inside a Pokeball can look outside like looking through a mirror and therefore see the outside world. This is also a reason why Pokémon trainers wear their Pokeballs on the Pokebelt and not put them on their backs. Eevee, who knew that Alex was not well protected now, did not understand why he had pulled her out of Pokeball. Wasn't he afraid that she would suddenly attack him? Alex, who saw this questioning look from Eevee, could imagine what she was so confused about. Although his Pokémon were not directly in front of him, they were close enough to protect Alex if Eevee suddenly tried to attack him. Particularly Gardevoir and Crobat can save Alex very swiftly in such emergencies. Eevee showed an emotionless face as she said, "I admit that you're brave. But not that it matters. Why did you get me out of the Pokeball?" Alex, who was a bit confused with the emotionless face of Eevee, showed a thoughtful expression. He expected retaliation from Eevee, but not that she would become so lifeless. "Eevee, I know that you imagined it differently, but why don't you give it a try? I'm sure you will like it here in my family." Eevee, who heard this, quickly changed her expression from emotionless to completely angry. "Family. You bastard, or telling me about family. Do you think I'm so stupid to believe in this kind of lie?" Alex, who heard this aggressive response, felt that he had touched a sore spot. He had a sincere expression as he said, "Why do you think I'm lying? All the 6 Pokémon you can see are my family members." Eevee, who felt that Alex was probably telling the truth, made a hysterical expression and said out loud, "No. No. That can't be true. How can it be that you can build a family with a group of different Pokémon? It's impossible." Gardevoir, feeling the extremes of anger, sadness, and unwilling emotions of Eevee, showed a gentle expression as she slowly walked towards Eevee. Eevee, who had never seen her parents and had to survive as a child in this merciless wilderness, not only built up a strong will but also a longing to build a family. 2 weeks ago, she built up enough strength where she started chasing her dream of a family. She found a group of 3 young Eevee who were attacked by a strong Pokémon. Eevee, who saw this as a chance to develop a family, stood in front of the group of Eevee to protect them and began to fight against the strong Pokémon. Eevee, who was given up at this moment by their own species, was furious and defeated the strong Pokémon with her aggressive fighting style which she developed through this situation. Although Eevee survived, she didn't feel happy about it. She felt alone and a wave of irresistible anger at the world. Now that she heard from Alex how easily Alex had achieved her dream, her heart started to break. The emotions she tried to forget all came back. Eevee, with an enraged expression and tears running out of her eyes, shouted loudly, "This is not fair." Gardevoir, who felt the emotion of Eevee, also started to cry. She quickly walked over to Eevee and began to hug her like a big sister would hug her little sister. Eevee started to struggle a little to break free from the embrace but stopped when she felt the warmth of Gardevoir. Although she still had an aggressive expression, she started to calm down a bit. She felt for the first time that another Pokémon was worried about her. This feeling was indescribable for her. Once she calmed down a bit, she couldn't help but think, is this how it feels like that to have a family who cares about you? It feels really good, Eevee thought as she suppressed her tears. Alex saw how Eevee slowly lost her aggressive expression and showed a faint smile and couldn't help but smile himself too. Alex's other Pokémon, who saw Eevee's little smile, were also glad looking at the situation. Even Crobat and Scizor were nodding their heads with a small smile on their face looking at Eevee. But when they coincidentally looked at each other, they simply grunted and moved their eyes away and focused on Eevee once again. It looked like Eevee was warmly welcomed by Alex's Pokémon. Alex went to Eevee and said with a small smile, "Eevee, welcome to our family. We are glad to have you." Eevee, who is still in the embrace of Gardevoir, could only nod and let out a faint murmur, yes. Chapter 132. 28 days later. Alex sat quietly on a tree stump while Eevee was resting on his L.A.P., looking bored at the surroundings. Eevee, who is in Alex's group for almost 1 month now, has a much gentler personality as long as you don't provoke her. In terms of the Pokémon that are nicest to the other Pokémon, she is ranked 3rd after Gardevoir and Shieldon. And she is exceptionally gentle with Alex and Gardevoir. But you shouldn't be fooled by Eevee's gentle personality. Because when it comes to fighting, she becomes a totally different Pokémon. Although she is very gentle with Alex's Pokémon, she has become much more aggressive towards other Pokémon. Especially the Pokémon that attacks Alex and his group. She fights them with a wild expression. Undefined in the beginning, she attacked these Pokémon without Alex's permission and almost killed them if Alex hadn't stopped her. When Alex talked to her, Eevee told him that she doesn't want to lose her family and is ready to protect her with her life. Alex had a long talk with her that day so that she could dissipate her fear of losing her family a bit. He also explained that if she doesn't listen to him, she can put her family in danger of falling into traps. Eevee is no longer completely uncontrollable after Alex's explanation. When she sees another Pokémon, she always waits for Alex to instruct her how to handle such a situation. Although she still fights very aggressively against the stranger Pokémon when Alex lets her. In these 28 days, Alex started to catch every silver Pokémon he could find on this island. He stayed in Area 10 to find more valuable stones, too. And this was the result of the last month. Asterisk. List of Pokémon Alex caught on this island. 1 Golem, Deep Silver LV40, Earthquake, E. 1 Phanpy, Shallow Silver. 2 Donphan, Shallow Silver. 1 Donphan, Silver. 1 Donphan, Deep Silver. 3 Onyx, Shallow Silver. 1 Onyx, Deep Silver. 2 Geodude, Shallow Silver. 4 Graveler, Shallow Silver. 1 Graveler, Silver. 1 Golem, Silver. Shallow Silver Pokémon, 12. Silver Pokémon, 5. Deep Silver Pokémon, 3. Asterisk. List of valuable items Alex found on this island. 2 Top Moon Stone, 5 High Moon Stones, 15 Mid Moon Stones, 42 Low Moon Stone, 2 Low Water Stone, 1 King's Rock, 1 Deep Sea Scale, maybe. 153 Pearls. Asterisk. Alex, who found many valuable Pokémon and stones, was satisfied with his exploration. Together, with the increase in the strength of his Pokémon, the trip to the island was a complete success. Pokémon. Crobat. Type. Poison, Flying. Abilities. Inner Focus. Gender. Male. Potential. Gold. Moves. Absorb, Supersonic, Astonish, Bite, Wing Attack, Confuse Ray, Swift, Haze, Leech Life, Mean Look. Innate Talent, Shadow Ball, E. Innate Talent, Fly, E. Innate Talent, Cross Poison, E. TM, Protect, TM, Toxic, TM, Sludge Bomb, TM, Facade, TM, Taunt. Pokémon. Scizor. LV, 40. Type. Bug, Steel. Abilities. Technician. Gender. Male. Potential. Gold. Moves. Leer, Quick Attack, Focus Energy, Double Team, Feint, Fury Cutter, Wing Attack, Agility, Slash, Razor Wind, Iron Defense. Innate Talent, Roost, E. Innate Talent, Metal Claw, E. Innate Talent, Brick Break, E. TM, Protect, TM, Toxic, TM, Thief, TM, Facade, TM, Giga Impact, TM, U-Turn, TM, Sandstorm, TM, Substitute. Pokémon. Gardevoir. LV, 39. Type. Psychic, Fairy. Abilities. Telepathy. Gender. Female. Potential. Deep Gold. Moves. Growl, Confusion, Double Team, Teleport, Disarming Voice, Lucky Chant, Magical Leaf, Heal Pulse, Draining Kiss, Psychic, Imprison. Innate Talent, Disable, E. Innate Talent, Calm Mind, E. Innate Talent, Dazzling Gleam, E. TM, Protect, TM, Shadow Ball, TM, Will-O-Wisp, TM, Thunderbolt, TM, Thunder Wave, TM, Helping Hand. Pokémon. Ditto. LV, 37. Type. Normal. Abilities. Imposter, Hidden Ability. Gender. Genderless. Potential. Silver. Move. Innate Talent, Transform, E. Pokémon. Shieldon. LV, 34. Type. rock, steel. Abilities: sturdy. Gender: male. Potential: gold. Moves: protect, tackle, taunt, metal sound, take down, iron defense, swagger, ancient power. Innate talent: rock, Polish, E. Innate talent: sleep talk. Innate talent: flamethrower, E. Pokemon: Combusken. LV 25. Type: fire, fighting. Abilities: speed boost, hidden ability. Gender: female. Potential: gold. Moves: growl, scratch, ember, sand attack, peck, double kick, flame charge, quick attack. Innate talent: attract. Innate talent: sunny day, E. Innate talent: overheat, E. Pokemon: Eevee. LV 31. Type: normal. Ability: adaptability. Gender: female. Potential: shallow gold. Moves: growl, tackle, tail whip, quick attack, double kick, sand attack, bite, swift, takedown, double edge, helping hand. Innate talent: rest. Innate talent: sleep talk. Innate talent: workup, E. Alex, who finally got a Pokemon on the Elite, has finally become an elite trainer. He even has 2 Pokemon on the elite rank, which is impressive for his age. Crobat and Scizor, who are now on the elite rank, are many times stronger than before. Alex saw what an improvement being elite Pokemon brings and couldn't help but be joyous about the new strength that his Pokemon now occupied. Although Crobat and Scizor are leveling much more slowly now, it's not unusual in this world. The higher the level of a Pokemon is, the more difficult it is to level up. What Alex especially noticed in these 28 days is the leveling speed of his Pokemon. Ditto levels up a lot slower than Gardevoir. Even though they both were at level 35 at one point, Ditto has only leveled up 2 times while Gardevoir has leveled up 4 times. It seems that Ditto's potential is starting to slow down the speed of its leveling up, which was quite annoying for Alex. He hoped that he would find some good items for Ditto in the auction so that he can keep up with the rest of the Pokemon. Although it is probably ineffective, Alex does not want to give up on Ditto just because he wants to save a bit of money. And every day, he started to look at his TRH device to see if he had a new message from someone. Alex usually writes with 3 people: Stephen Stones, Professor Walder, and, of course, Maria. Professor Walder told Alex many things that he had never heard of, which made him grow more interested in chatting with Professor Walder a lot more than he had expected. The knowledge he has collected from Professor Walder in these almost 2 months can be useful later on. For example, he learned more about the legendary Pokemon. There are legendary Pokemon that reproduce with another Pokemon and thereby give birth to a half-blood legendary Pokemon. With legendary Pokemon, the DNA appears to be so strong that the Pokemon always takes over the species from the legendary Pokemon, even if the legendary Pokemon is a male. This is only the case with legendary Pokemon, which is really unique in this world. They are in a true sense alpha Pokemon. It also seems to be the case that some Pokemon species don't have a half-blood, or at least never have been found out yet. This shows that these species of legendary Pokemon have no interest in reproduction. Alex also talked a lot with Steven and exchanged a lot of interesting stories. Alex was even beginning to see Steven as almost a friend and not just a person he could use. Although he still doesn't really trust Steven, Steven is probably the closest thing Alex will have as a friend. At least for now. Maria was the person with whom Alex wrote the most and learned a lot. Like, for example, Pidgeot got the shallow gold after using the Lugia scale that Lisa gave her so that she could join the Lisa group. Alex, who saw the address of Professor Walder where the auction is located, knew that he had to leave the island today to make it there on time. The place where the Alliance auction will start was in Celadon City where Alex was last 2 months ago. Crobat, let's go, said Alex as he slowly started to fly away from the island. Chapter 133. Celadon City. Alex slowly got down from Crobat and looked at the people who were watching him with curious eyes. Crobat ignored the people and just looked at Alex with a questioning look. Alex, who is now an Alliance trainer and, more importantly, the trainer who won the Kanto Rookie Tournament, was a small celebrity in Kanto. Especially in Celadon City, where the last Kanto Rookie Tournament was held, he is very well known. Undefined. Although the Kanto Rookie Tournament only shows rookie trainers, it is still a very popular tournament. The top contestants of this tournament are considered potential future gym leaders or even Elite Four members. When a rookie wins the tournament, it often shows that he has the talent to become as strong as gym leaders in the future. Erica and Brock are good examples to show that. Fortunately, there were no fans of Alex here, and Alex didn't have to answer any dumb questions or give autographs. He was glad that after 2 months, he can walk through the city again without being stopped every 2 seconds. Alex shook his head and slowly started walking to the hotel with Crobat. Although it wasn't dark yet, Alex wanted to book a room to stay in this city for the next few days. After 15 minutes of walking, Alex was standing in front of the hotel he stayed last time during the tournament. Although it was relatively expensive, Alex was very content with the hotel's services, so he decided to stay here again. Alex, who entered the hotel room, looked around and quickly went to the shower. When Alex entered the shower, he heard 6 Pokeballs open up by themselves. Alex heard and immediately ignored it. The Pokeballs of Alex's family members are never locked so that his Pokemon can come out independently at any time. Although there is a practical reason for doing this, easy to protect Alex does it not because of that reason, but to give his Pokemon as much freedom as possible. The only reason why Alex uses Pokeballs is that they are very convenient and can save the life of one of his Pokemon in an emergency. Alex sees and treats his Pokemon as his family. Although he is the head of the family, he tries to show each of his Pokemon enough respect, which is sometimes not that easy. Alex's Pokemon walked out of their Pokeball when they saw that Alex went to shower without a word. Crobat, who had come out, said with an annoyed expression, "What a lazy trainer." Scizor said with a smirk, "Oh, that fat bat doesn't want to move out of Pokeball himself. Well, not a surprise. Do you need a nanny to take care of your needs, fat bat?" Crobat, who heard this, was immediately pissed off. "UFCK. Whom were you calling fat, you idiot? I weigh almost exactly what an average Crobat would have." Yes, the focus should be given the word, almost. Gardevoir noticed that the two of them had started their bickering again and said, "Can you both calm down, please? I thought after almost 2 weeks without yelling that you would finally treat each other a little more respectfully." After that, she showed a sad expression as she said, "You are really setting a bad example for Shieldon and Combusken." Scizor and Crobat saw the sad expression of Gardevoir and immediately stopped arguing. Nobody wanted to make their little sister unhappy unnecessarily. The two began to pursue their hobby without saying a word. Although they continued to ignore each other, at least they stopped screaming. Gardevoir, who saw this, couldn't help but shake her head helplessly. Shieldon, who heard the words of Gardevoir, made an expression like he had been wronged as he colored Gardevoir with a cute face. "Big sister Gardevoir, why do you speak like I'm still a child?" Combusken, who heard that, said excitedly, "I'm not a kid anymore. Look, I'm bigger than big brother Shieldon." Shieldon, which was much larger than the average Shieldon at 0.7 meters, was still smaller than Combusken. Shieldon, hearing the word from his little sister, said sadly, "That's not nice, little sister. You know that I will get bigger when I evolve." Gardevoir, who saw this cute expression, couldn't help but stroke Shieldon's head when she said, "Don't worry, Shieldon. You'll soon become a big and strong Bastiodon." Shieldon looked excited with his gleaming innocent eyes as he asked, "Are you sure about this, big sister Gardevoir?" Gardevoir said with a kind and gentle smile, "Very sure." Combusken showed a jealous expression as she said aloud, "Big sister, what about me? When will I be a strong and cool Blaziken?" Gardevoir took her 2 hands and also started stroking Combusken's head and said, "Very soon. As long as you listen to our trainer, you will soon become much stronger." Ditto and Eevee, who saw this exchange, couldn't help but show a small smile. The innocence these 3 Pokémon have kept is really a specialty in Alex's group. In Alex's Pokémon group, only this group of 3 have never killed any other Pokémon. Ditto looked curiously in the direction of Eevee when he asked, "Do you want to play a round of chess?" Eevee gave a wondering look as she said, "What is chess?" Ditto, who finally saw his chance to get a win in chess, said with a smile, "I'll show you." After 1/2 hour, Ditto was looking at the chessboard with a blank face. Eevee, who had just won, said with a bright smile, "You're right, it's really fun." Alex, who came out of the shower, had a quick look around before he said, "We'd have to sell the items today so that you can continue later." Ditto, who heard this, did not show an annoyed expression but a look of relief instead. Chapter 134. Alex came out of the hotel and immediately took a path to the Pokemon shopping center of Celadon City. The Celadon shopping center was built specifically to be able to fulfill every wish of trainers. Of course, the trainers should have the necessary amount of money for it. Although Alex can also sell the items at the Team Rocket black market, he can earn more money at the Celadon shopping center. Many valuable items are sold here for good prices every day, so it is the first choice for any trainer who wants to sell items. In addition, if he sells the items here, he can indirectly show the Alliance how he makes money. And since he may buy items for a lot of money in the auction, he should have a proper explanation to not become unnecessarily suspicious. Although the Alliance will likely think that he has the money from selling Pokemon, it's better to show the Alliance that he is a good guy and doesn't take advantage of the Alliance's gray areas too much. Alex was standing in front of the Celadon shopping center and couldn't help but be impressed by this stylish skyscraper. The sky blue glass walls looked illustrious with the unique shape of the building. It would be an impressive building even in Alex's world. Undefined in front of the building were two bodyguards, standing in black suits together with their Pokemon. Both of these Pokemon were elite Pokemon, which surprised Alex a bit. Although the two Pokemon were only at level 41 and 40, elite is still elite. Having elite trainers as door guards is really a luxury. Alex, who knows that only Alliance trainers could enter this building, took out his ID when he stepped in front of the two bodyguards. One of the two guards looked at Alex's ID and, after a few seconds, nodded and continued looking ahead again. Alex, who entered the building, saw a luxurious reception room with two beautiful women standing there. Together with the professional smile and the stylish suit, this reception room created a good atmosphere. Welcome to the Celadon shopping center. What can we do for you, sir? When Alex reached the reception table, one of the two women spoke without losing the professional smile. Although the two looked very good, Alex didn't feel any particular charm impressing him. He had the feeling that the two looked a lot worse than Maria. Alex said emotionlessly, "I want to sell some valuable items. The rough worth is several million." One of the women saw Alex's expression and said without changing face in a warm tone, "Sir, if it's above 1 million, you need to negotiate with the manager. I'll call him right away." "One moment, please." Alex simply nodded. He walked away so the next person in line could take his turn and sat down in a nice chair. Although this building is only accessible to trainers, more than one trainer comes every 3 minutes on average. Most Alliance trainers are between relatively to extremely rich. So you can just imagine the turnover of this shopping center. Alex got up after seeing the man looking in his direction. The man showed a small smile when he saw Alex and slowly walked towards Alex. "Welcome to the Celadon shopping center. I am the manager of Section 3, Jack." Jack stood in front of Alex and politely put his hand out. "Hi, I'm Alex. I want to sell some of my items here," said Alex as he shook hands with Jack. The smile on Jack's face grew a bit more, and he nodded his face as if he had confirmed something. "I thought you looked similar. You are Alex Stark, the winner of the Kanto Rookie Tournament. Pleased to meet you. I am glad to finally be able to talk to such a talented trainee." "Thanks, Jack. I'm also happy to finally be able to visit the Celadon shopping center. It really is a place that every trainer must visit." Jack, seeing the chance of having a future gym leader as a friend, gave Alex a friendly smile as he led him to his office. For Jack, Alex is a chance to make bigger deals in the future to earn more money. If Alex builds a good relationship with Jack, it can be beneficial for both parties and not just for Jack. Alex will definitely get a discount and a chance to buy rare items here first. Win-win is an optimal relationship with long-term business partners for Alex. After Alex and Jack walked through various luxury rooms with several items and trainers looking around, he finally arrived in front of Jack's office. Jack opened the door and led Alex inside. The office was about the size of a small conference room. There was comfortable furniture, a minibar, and many exquisite paintings on the wall. Together with the glass wall showing the great view to the outside, this office was really splendid. Jack offered Alex a seat in front of his table as he sat down too. "Mr. Alex, I heard you wanted to sell some items here. It's okay to call me Alex. Then please call me Jack, too." If you want to buy or sell items later, you can always ask directly. I will give you a discount. Alex, who heard this, gave a fake smile as he nodded. Then he started putting the items that he wanted to sell on the table. Asterisk. Items that Alex put on the table. 5 high moon stones. 15 mid moon stones. 42 low moon stone bag. 1 high water stones. 2 low water stone. Chapter 135. Jack showed a professional smile as he said, "You really have lots of valuable items." Alex, wait for a second. I'll give you a list for what prices these items are normally bought here. After saying that, he called a staff member who went out of the room and soon returned with a piece of paper with prices of items on it. When he gave the paper to Alex, Alex could see the following prices. Low moon stone, 9,500. Mid moon stones, 48,000. Undefined high moonstones, 350,000. Low water stone, 6,800. High water stones, 270,000. Pearls, 1,000-100,000 depends on the size and quality. Alex had already inquired about the prices of this store, so he knew that these prices were fair and the ones which are offered here every time. Of course, because you are my friend, I'll give you a VIP customer card with which you get 10% more. You can also use this card to order items online via our website for a max 1 million Pokédollar price. Alex, who heard this, gave a small smile. He understood that these prices were very generous. According to his calculations, Jack will only make about plus 5% after he sells the items. These prices can probably only be received by very few people, which makes Alex very happy. 4 months ago, he was a nobody who didn't even have enough money to become a trainer and was robbed by weak trainers. The feeling of having yourself work for this position only makes the satisfaction even stronger. Alex showed an emotionless expression. Why is the price of the pearl so imprecise? Jack, who was expecting this question, said, I can't do anything about it. Some pearls are many times more valuable than others. On average, a pearl is worth around 6,000 to 7,000. Only good or perfect pearls are worth more. Then, how is the quality of my pearls? Alex, who didn't trust Jack 100%, wanted to see how Jack answered this question. Jack started to look slowly at all of Alex's pearls with a lens without saying anything. After looking at a pearl, he gave each pearl a number between 1 and 10 on the piece of paper. Even if he only needed an average of 5 seconds per pearl, it took him more than 10 minutes to finish checking all pearls. Jack, looking at his piece of paper, said, okay, I'm done checking the pearls. And I gotta say that you've found a good batch of pearls. Lots of 8, 9, and even a few 10s. Alex heard this thought for a few seconds. He felt that Jack most likely wasn't completely lying to him and was probably just hiding a bit to have some profit. What price can you offer me for these pearls? Jack gave a small smile as he said, I'm going to give you a friendship award of 2,250,000 for all of these pearls. Believe me when I tell you that this is one of the best prices you can find. Jack, do you mind if I do a little test? You know, one of my Pokemon is very good at reading people's emotions. Jack, who thought for a moment, said, oh, right. You have a Kirlia, a psychic-type Pokemon. Really a handy Pokemon to catch lies. Then he smiled and said with confidence, I don't mind if it makes you trust me. Alex saw the confidence of Jack and knew that there is no point in doing it. Haha, just kidding. As your friend, I would never distrust your words, Jack. Hearing Alex's words, Jack felt that Alex would be a good businessman if he wasn't already such a talented Pokemon trainer. Alex said with a friendly smile, what price will you give me for all the items? Jack started pulling out a calculator and slowly calculated the value of Alex's items. After a few seconds, he said, 3,161,600 for all stones. Together with pearls, that makes 5,411,600. And because you have a VIP customer card, you get 10% more. That's precisely 5,952,760 Pokédollars. Alex heard that he had earned almost 6 million Pokédollars and grinned inside his mind. Although Alex was sure that he could get more in this deal more, he didn't want to worsen his relationship with Jack for a couple thousands of Pokédollar. Greed is a deadly poison if you can't control it. Alex smiled and shook hands with Jack. He felt like he was really ridiculously rich now. Now he was feeling great anticipation for the items at the auction. As soon as Alex entered the hotel room, he opened all the Pokeballs and gave each of his Pokemon food. Eevee, who had finished her meal, looked in the direction of Ditto. "Hey, Ditto. Do you want to play a round of chess with me?" Ditto instantly felt an indescribable sadness. "Why can't I win once?" Wait a minute. Perhaps she was just lucky the first time. Yes, it was definitely just luck. I heard that beginners always have good luck. This time I will definitely win. Eevee, who saw Ditto's sudden boost of self-confidence, couldn't help but show a confused expression. She felt Ditto's immensely fluctuating emotions when she asked him to play. Ditto, who saw Eevee just looking at him and not going to the chessboard, became even more confident when he said, "What, are you afraid of losing?" Eevee, who would usually show a more aggressive expression when someone said those words to her, only showed an expression of sympathy. After only 5 minutes, Ditto finally understood why Eevee had this expression.